We're heading south to Quirindi in western New South Wales to watch coal trains climb the steep Liverpool Range. To get there, we're travelling 800 kilometres through southwestern Queensland and into central western New South Wales. On our first leg, we leave Brisbane and head through the busy rural town of Warwick. From Warwick we pass through Inglewood, Yarrabin and have lunch at the border town of Qurindi. From there it's a short drive across the border into New South Wales and our destination of North Star.
Hello Grammars, Greg here from Fishplate Films, and I am standing on the old standard gauge line that used to run from New South Wales into the state of Queensland, which is only a few 10 or 20 kilometres up the road there, and it used to run to the town of Wollongara where the break of gauge used to happen and the standard gauge would be taken over by the narrow gauge. Boo! Anyway, this line hasn't been used for about 50 years, and as you can see it runs through a cow paddock now. Or should I say it's probably wheat, I think, down here. And what's going to be happening in about 4 years' time, there will be double stack standard gauge container trains running right through here where I'm standing. This is the alignment for the new inland rail. It's only about 150 years behind time between Brisbane and Melbourne, and there'll be container traffic, intermodal, grain, all sorts of stuff running right through here like it did 50 years ago. So there you go. Now, of course, one of the problems that ARTC have, they're the people building the new line, is that a lot of this old railway line goes through floodplains. And while it was okay in the old days, it's not okay for double stacks to be getting flooded out. So old bridges like this and alignments like this have to be built up and flood mitigation put in. And there's been lots of talk with farmers and landholders about how to fix the line, because people who have lived there for generations know how much it floods, and you don't want to be spending billions on a new high-speed freight line to have it flood. And when it does rain out here, it does rain. Not very often, but when it does, it's pretty severe. So you need to get your railway line up out of the floodwaters. So no doubt where I'm standing will probably be a bit taller in the few years to come. So this is North Star grain silos, which are still in use. You can tell by the rails that still have wear on them from grain trains coming in, but they stop just a few hundred metres up the line, and that's as far as they go now. But come 4 years' time, there'll be double stack trains coming through here and large grain trains coming in to service all this area and taking grain to Brisbane or down to the port of Newcastle. So we're finally getting there into the 21st century.
From North Star, it's a short drive to the busy rural town of Moree, and then on to spend the night at Narrabri, Australia's cotton capital. From Narrabri we head east and pass through the town of Gunnedah before reaching our destination at Quirindi.
It's Greg here from Fishplate Films, and we've made it 500 miles, about 800 kilometres, and behind me is Ardglen. Ardglen's up the top there. This is the Liverpool Range, and this is where coal trains are pushed by man helpers up the hill to the other side to go over through the tunnel. And we've set the gear up here, and it's stinking bloody hot, and there's the 2.5% grade going downhill there. So we will see. The wind is shocking. There's a cyclone off the coast. I'm getting sunburnt, not used to being out in the daytime. But anyway, we'll see if the wind dies for a shot this afternoon. If not, we've got another 4 days, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Our first train for the day is an empty Pacific National coal train, which has just emerged from Ardglen Tunnel and will begin the 2.5% downgrade towards Willow Tree. A single Kenworth prime mover is the sole power for this oversized load today. The multi-axle float features the chassis and powertrain for an off-road dump truck and is headed towards one of the coal mines in the Hunter Valley.